Hey everybody, I'm Lex.
And I'm Jake from pdq.com.
Hey, a lot of our customers, Jake, image, and it's an efficient way to do things. They use MDT, and it would be nice to show them how to use MDT to kick off PDQ Deploy so that they just have to lay down like the OS image and let PDQ keep all their packages and third-party stuff up to date. So how do we go about that?
All right. So what I have here, what you'll see on screen is I have a script that does a few different things. The first line here disables the firewall of the machine being imaged in MDT. This is so that nothing's going to get in the way of the deployment. The next line registers the machine being imaged in DNS. We just do this to make sure that there's no stale DNS entry in place so that PDQ can actually deploy properly.
But if there was a stale entry, this would cause problems with the rest of our script at this point? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because PDQ is relying on a healthy DNS to know where to look.
Okay.
After that, there's a few ways to go about this. My preferred method is psexec, though you can also use PowerShell's built-in invoke command. It depends on your use case. If you're using invoke command, it does use the credentials that you're using for your MDT deployment. If you're using psexec, you can hard-code credentials into your script for the task sequence. So you'll see in here, we have psexec running. It's going to target your PDQ server, and it's going to just kick off a really simple ipconfig flush DNS. Again, we don't want to have any stale DNS entries, so this is just going to make sure everything is up to date. After that, we're going to target the PDQ server again with psexec, except this time we're going to be running pdqdeploy.exe, and we're going to give it some switches. We're going to tell it, first off, we're deploying. Second off, the package name is going to be whatever your desired package is. You can use regular standalone packages, or you can use nested packages. In this case, we used one called new PC setup. Basically, we had a standard loadout of applications for our enterprise computers, and it just contained all of them. Then the target is going to be this variable here, env computer name. Inside of MDT, this is going to just be the name you've given the machine.
So you can use this same script with multiple machines, and it will just fill that in for you.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Once you run that, it's going to kick off your deployment. The thing that a lot of people run into, though, if you're deploying like one small lightweight package like Chrome or something, the
deployments can be fast.
Yeah, they can be real fast. Yeah. Chrome can be under a minute easily. And so you kick this off, and then MDT usually has stuff to do afterwards. When we were doing it, we would do a Windows update step. We would do this PDQ deployment, and then we would do another Windows update step because we were deploying Office.
Okay.
Now, Office takes 15 minutes to deploy, right? It takes a little bit of time. So to make sure it has the time to complete, we're then going to run start sleep 30. This is just going to pause the script for 30 seconds. The reason we're doing this, we're giving MDT a chance, or we're giving PDQ Deploy a chance to kick off the deployment. Once that's done, it goes into a while loop that's looking for a file called service1.lock. This file is generated by the PDQ Deploy runner service whenever you kick off a deployment. And as long as that .lock file is present,
the deployment's still running.
Deployment's still running.
Yeah.
So as long as it sees that, it's just going to go back to sleep for a little while. And it's going to check, it's going to go back to sleep until that file is not there anymore, which means
it's done.
It's done.
Deployment's done.
And your MDT task sequence can continue on to the next step.
But it's actually very simple.
It is.
Huh. Thanks for watching, guys.